so it looks like, well, hopefully we get some variation in the play. You're right in saying after the cyber, we were gonna see where they branch out of in their tech choices. We saw MarO doing that weird build with a proxy gate in the middle, but it seemed
And here goes the early MarO probe now.
I see. The idea is that it only really works against Terran to deny the the natural CC, but let's see how it fares against Protoss.
Well, I've seen some of these players pull off kind of a max pad build, but the units are different. But you can see that the idea of what they're trying to do is there, and they execute it decently enough.
Yeah. It looks like it's a scout actually, because they're going straight in rather than to the side. And he's about to enter the base. This is the pylon probe, if I'm not mistaken. The probe that made the first pylon and just straight headed out. Ooh, he's going for the SC. He's going for the gas steal, but GooSE very smartly holds.
Yeah, he hugs the geyser and doesn't let the geyser get stolen by MarO.
Yep, so
MarO loves stealing his opponent's gas in PvP. It's something noted.
Background echo according to neutrals. I'm not hearing any echo on my side.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Everything's sort of shaking out pretty much quite standard. A little late in the second gate for GooSE, but not too big a deal.
Yeah, in the meantime, as the cores finish, this is where PvP will really start to diversify now.
Yep.
Okay, we got a little probe skirmish by GooSE and MarO around that ramp leading up to the third base of MarO. Yeah, really ring around the rosy thing.
Yeah, he's trying to get the probe in there just to get some vital information. It's going back in. It's gonna.
I think it's gonna come out just in time to be greeted by
two adepts. Oh wait, there's a quick turnaround, but the adepts of course can do their thing and then get up close. Oh, but he stops.
Okay. Oh, he doesn't run it down.
And doesn't run it down. How merciful of him. The two adepts will be followed by another two adepts, and I think we saw MarO do this in his last game, isn't it? Wanting to shape those 4 adepts right into the enemy probe line.
Yeah, but he was retaliating from his opponent, only sending the first 2 adepts out straight. So they kind of need to poke and get a feel of each other, right?
Ooh. Stargate. MarO Stargate at the 6 o'clock.
That's good to see. That's good to see.
It's a long ways away though.
Alright, so we got a Phoenix coming out from Teams first.
Oh dear, if the Phoenix goes simply to the left, this Stargate is... I don't think it's going to do anything, GooSE's Stargate is already ready. Yeah, the Stargate's already ready. I think the only way he can get any sort of value from it is if the Phoenixes are out of base by the time, which I think he's going to make Oracle, isn't it?
I think he could stand to cancel it right now because GooSE is pumping out a lot of Phoenixes and his Stargate finished way before MarO's.
Yeah.
He has the production edge and he already has 2 units out while MarO's just completed and it's not being utilized.
Ooh, nice target fire there from MarO. The Phoenixes are gonna get some, gonna try to even things out by lifting. He's got energy for one more lift, but yeah, he does that.
The critical number is 2 adepts to 1 shot, so good on GooSE to deny MarO that opportunity.
Now, this doesn't seem like a very good trade. I think 4 adepts gone for 2 adepts and 2 probes. I don't know. Well, how does that sound to you? 4 adepts for 2 adepts and 2 probes.
I would say that GooSE is unquestionably ahead in my opinion now because MarO's tech is right next to GooSE and GooSE's stuff is at home. He's produced out of this Stargate earlier. Everything's lining up in GooSE's favor now.
Yeah, MarO does have a saving grace now. The Oracle at the proxy position is almost done, and of course GooSE has no idea about this. Does he wait for a second Oracle or is he gonna go straight in? Looks like he's gonna go straight in. Let's see what damage can this Oracle do.
Did he cancel it? Oh wait, there it is.
Oh, there's the Oracle's getting to work. 4 probes, 5 probes, 6 probes, 7 probes. Okay, he's chasing it down as well. 8 probes have fallen. I think that's
alright. This Oracle's not going to
9
live
probes.
eventually, so he has to do what he can with it.
Oh, I think
Because
it's
once the
definitely
Phoenixes
done.
come, there's no way out.
Definitely done enough. 10 probes have fallen. 30 workers to 19 workers.
Right, that's really good value. But here come GooSE's Phoenixes aiming for MarO's main
Is
base.
he gonna? But he got 2 stalkers already there, waiting for those phoenixes. One more on the way. It looks like GooSE will be repelled. Phoenixes is trying to find a entry point here. It looks like it's gonna have a hard job of it. 4 Phoenixes, plenty of energy, can lift up plenty of things, but it's tough. Ooh, the Immortal.
Okay, a lift on the Immortal. You don't usually see that often.
Well, you need quite a few lifts to finish the Immortal off.
Alright, he's got the Stalkers out of position and picked up 4 probes.
Not bad, but he's still got ways to go in equaling things up. Once again, the Oracle is diving back in. There's only 1 probe in the natural, so there's not much
He'll
to
take whatever he
kill.
can get.
Yeah.
He doesn't switch on the laser, but does GooSE see this? Is he coming home? He's coming home. No, he's going back. Okay, he's definitely going home now.
Ooh.
4 probes taken off by the Oracle again.
5, 6. Nice
That
target
brings us
fire.
to 20.
18 workers killed now by MarO. And the Oracle is still alive. Alright. Do you think it's pretty even though? Both of them trading
Well,
blows,
let's
both of
just
them.
hit the old control lane and see what happens. Okay, MarO has a worker advantage, but the army advantage goes to GooSE.
I'd say the army advantage isn't that big a deal because a lot of it is in those phoenixes, which won't do much in a straight up fight.
Yeah, but lifting Immortals out of the fight and letting the rest of that army be picked up, that is a valuable thing. And Phoenixes can hurry down the warp prism in.
Oh yeah,
Ideal
getting
situations.
that warp prism will be really useful. But I don't think any of them. Ooh, this is a nice pickup from GooSE, chipping away at the work elite until there actually isn't any more work elite. So
Yep, he realized that, so I guess that puts GooSE in front now, in the supply and in the army count.
now we see the mass gates coming down from MarO, as well as GooSE. And we're gonna have 3 more gates swapping in for GooSE. In addition to his existing 2, bring him to 5. We've got 6 warp gates coming in, bringing it to
I gotta
8.
bring in one key point is that MarO's going for a Dark Shrine, but the Phoenix harass there just concluding definitely means that GooSE is aware of it.
Let's see, did GooSE have a good look? Yep, he knows it's coming out. Alright, looks like MarO is gearing up for a huge attack. It seems that GooSE, even though with the worker advantage, isn't able to... I'm not sure. I don't think he can macro up enough men to hold this off. Do you think he can?
We shall see. I mean, right now, if I don't think it would be wise for MarO to even attempt an attack. I mean, there's detection over, and these DTs are not going to pay off in any way at all.
Yeah, he's got really good detection trend. Oh, the DDs are already doing damage. Though it's not hitting anything.
It's not real damage, that shield batteries bring back.
It's not, I don't know, did it kill anything?
I'm pretty sure he got nothing.
Not much. Okay, the econ damage is pretty extensive actually on MarO. Until he can't really sustain the production of these many kits that he's made. He's going to be moving forward though into the middle of the map. The Phoenixes are really good. He's going to scout the approaching army of MarO, GooSE is gonna know.
Will he get the prism?
He's gonna kick off the prism. It looks like he is.
Oh, that's a huge pick-off.
That's a huge pick-off. Although he does have the pylon at the Stargate to warp in anything should that be necessary. And yeah, he put down
it's
the
a
gateway
proxy
there.
gate there to speed up production on that front.
Yep, so you know, the warp prism, while it would have been great, especially in juggling the immortals that he has and so forth, it's not that necessary when he's got that warp prism nearby. Sorry, but they got the pylon
he makes
nearby.
a hallucinated Colossus, but I think GooSE sees it spawn.
Wow, 64 army, the 65 army supply, no upgrades for either army, and we've got the immortals being lifted up by the phoenixes here, and the zealots getting to work.
Exactly as I said, that's what their purpose is now.
Right, taking them out of the fight, but the
it looks like GooSE will slowly whittle this down and win.
Yep. It's making a job of it, but it's in the end he'll get it done.
Alright, zealots come in from MarO, but these guys are a case of too little too late to this fight.
Well held by GooSE, and this is what I've been saying throughout the entire run of the tournament. He's been staying on top of his macro, producing well. I'd like to see upgrades going for him. I don't know if he has any.
He's got a attack level 1 on his ground units now.
Okay, just finished +1 weapons. He could definitely afford a second forge and start pumping those upgrades out. The phoenixes are gonna go across the map, and a second warp prism goes down. These phoenixes are really
he's getting some real good value from these phoenixes, and he even spots the third of MarO.
You know, throughout all of this, GooSE still doesn't know about the Stargate.
Now that you mentioned it, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, he could warp in DTs.
He does know about the third base of MarO though, and he's bearing down towards MarO's side of the map.
Yeah, he's pushing forward. The Phoenixes are doing a really nice job scouting ahead, checking out any other particular weaknesses in defenses, and yeah, he sees it. They've passed each other like ships in the night. Yeah. Neither aware of each passing army.
Aware of this and trying to force a bait straight? I don't think he
No,
is.
neither of them are aware of the positions of each other's army. They just passed each other. MarO getting there first, and it's going to be a big deal who starts the attack first, and it looks like GooSE will start the attack. Walking in uncontested into the natural of MarO. He's going to begin working that Nexus is down, causing econ damage. Lovely force field trapping all of those probes. 20 probes goes down. On the other side of the map, we've got MarO commencing his attack, also bearing down on the natural, getting to the mineral line, getting probes down. GooSE has chosen to recall. Do you think this is a good idea? Sometimes when you recall, you don't know the disposition of your army, and you might be in a bad spot. Was this a good idea?
Warp prism? We'll just take it apart.
Yeah. There we go, and MarO taps out.
And GooSE takes game 1.
Okay, thoughts on that game? Pretty back and forth. Pretty back and forth.
I'm gonna do a quick channel bot to fix my code that our admins could. Wow.
A quick what? GooSE with the Phoenix play. Are you ready?
Well, let's see if they are.
Well, alright then. Moving into the second game, we've got MarO versus GooSE. GooSE 1-0 up into Acropolis. Now, GooSE in the first game made some great use of his Phoenixes to cause some econ damage, as well as pick off a Warp Prism and Immortals in the final fight that really turned the tables. MarO, however, did some decent damage with his proxy Oracle. Now let's see what are they gonna do in this game. Alright, in the bottom right corner, leading 1-0, we've got GooSE. And
And in the top left, missing an eye to make MarO. That's MarO.
Alright. Now, I'm Samobamo, casting this stream together with Sanguine. Really looking forward to this best of 5 PvP. I think both of us would have been maybe a bit happier if we had a Terran in the final, and we were close to getting one. But we gotta make do with the PvP.
Yeah, we take what we can get. Besides, we're not here to talk about balance. That's Blizzard's job to get right.
Okay.
Okay, who's out with the earlier probe this time instead of MarO?
Yeah, GooSE is want to make sure everything's on board. That's a really early probe. He's gonna see the quick 2-gate of MarO. Do you think it's a big deal?
I think GooSE is going for the techie play this round. He's gone for his double guess.
It's gonna guess pretty early, though. He's not mining from the second one quite as yet. GooSE, I think he's gonna try and steal a gas, or not there quite in time, causing MarO to say, "No way, Jose, the gas is mine."
That's my trick. You don't pull it on me.
Yeah. Okay, I guess the probe's next mission is to stay in base long enough for the Cyber to finish, so he can find out what MarO's tech path will be.
Well, whatever MarO's up to, he's not going to put anything out in the map, so...
Yeah, all the probes are in base.
Okay, the double adept opening for MarO. Meanwhile, GooSE's gates are oddly silent. Oh, speak of the devil.
Right. He's not starting his warp gate. Is he not have enough money for it?
He's holding that gas for Stargate.
Okay. Do you really need to save up all the gas for the Stargate? Can't you just get 50 for the warp gate to finish? Because it's okay.
Yeah,
now it started.
If you delay getting the warp gate, that 50 gas mine goes into the.
No, I mean once the
earlier than the warp gate.
No, once the warp gate is down. Okay.
Meanwhile, MarO has gone for Robotech.
So pretty much game 1, isn't it? Robotech.
It's a bit of a reversal of roles, is it not?
No, GooSE started out with the Phoenixes. Same thing. In fact, almost literally the Stargate is at the same position as well.
Yeah, kind
of. Yeah, this is exactly the same thing. Game 1, 4 adepts.
Okay, but I mean, there's no proxy from MarO this round.
Yeah, no proxy. Yet. The proxy in the last game wasn't at this time as well. So, ooh, is he? Oh, he just missed.
Okay, GooSE seals the door and MarO's adepts are locked in, but MarO's not trapped in there with GooSE. GooSE is trapped in there with him. Those adepts can get some work done on the probes. And the oracles run out of juice, so that adept's got free reign on probes.
Oracles still do it. I think, yeah, it's outrageous. 4 probes going down, maybe 1 more will go down as well. All in all, a good piece of pressure. Costly, costly but decent. He traded his armies as well as killing probes and
burned the Oracle's battery out so that Oracle's not going to come over to do anything.
And he found out about the Oracle. So 2 Oracles now are going to be going across the map. Okay, we got 1 Oracle almost there. Oh dear, my stream's still on background. I did it again. I did what you guys did.
Okay, and MarO hits up the door, stalkers, and pushes GooSE's army back into his main to take advantage of the shield battery in the main. There isn't one at the natural. Alright, 1 stalker of MarO's goes down, and with shield battery support, sure GooSE will eventually be able to hold it. Plus, the Oracles are back. They'll
come back.
Stalkers out.
Yeah,
MarO is scarpering out.
Ooh, Oracles, watch out. Okay, 2 Oracles finding a way to get in there.
I'd like to see some cunning stasis traps out of GooSE.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Up those ramps. Got Blink coming for MarO. Do you think Blink is a better first upgrade, or Charge would be better?
I think Blink's prevalence is simply because of the versatility it offers, but it's an early mid-game thing. Eventually, it kind of needs to be phased out because stalkers just don't stand up in a straight fight generally. They depend on that spell.
So the 2 Oracles jump in, getting 7 workers, doing a lot of damage. There's a big worker advantage now for GooSE, 40 to 26. Their equivalent army though. GooSE taking the lead there.
Yeah, GooSE showing that no need to be too fancy, just be and then things will go right for you.
Yeah, so I think a good thing we could see is the Oracles maybe casting Revelation. Keep an eye on the army. But he's I think is this thing still on? Is he still? Yeah, he's out of energy. It's out of energy, right? Those Oracles. They look really low.
We got 1 mentor and a disciple there. Pretty interesting pairing of Oracles over there. Oh, and GooSE, MarO's gonna head out and catch them sleeping.
Yep, they're not doing anything. That's why a Revelation on them would have really helped to keep an eye on where that army is going. Well, those 2 Oracles were alive for quite a bit, and they did get some decent kills out of there. So they definitely did pay for themselves.
Okay, I noticed that MarO has stopped probing. I don't think the same can be said of GooSE. Well, but I think MarO has stopped probing a little too soon. Something I noticed about him over all his games. Maybe he loves his 2 base all in place. I guess that's it. Alright, GooSE's Templar Archives has finished, and his weapons upgrades on the Forge is spinning away, so his Zealot legs on Twilight Cup. Okay, a stalker heavy army of MarO's heading over GooSE now.
GooSE using the Observer to good effect. Both the sides have an Observer. Ooh. It's a really even fight, isn't it? Well, I suppose Defender's advantage is with GooSE, and of course, MarO has to attack.
This is going to be a very positional engagement. Let's see if MarO can pull this off against GooSE. Okay, he takes out GooSE's Observer. That's helpful.
Yeah.
And sets his Prism up.
Ooh.
Okay, more Stalkers coming in for MarO, and GooSE is banking on his charged Zealots.
Yeah.
they're doing work. They're buying so much free shots for the Archons and they take at MarO Stalkers. He's being beaten back.
That was a really, really good defense by GooSE. Well deployed army. Everything was firing at once.
With that +1 weapons kicking in, he can seesaw this back into MarO's half of the map.
Yeah.
And he finds an exposed nexus that probably needs to be sacrificed. It's either this dies and you live, or this dies, the army dies with you don't live. For a while anyway.
Do you think there's any way back here for MarO? It doesn't seem that way. Half the army supply, only stalkers.
I think GooSE has just got the solid foundations while MarO's... Which is a bit ironic because MarO clearly tried to play the more, what would be considered a more solid build this game.
Perhaps MarO needs to rethink the 4 adepts push, perhaps?
I think he needs to just do a cannon rush to try to throw GooSE off the rocker once. Rattle his peace of mind in this set.
Well, it's match point now, so he's got to do something. Championship point, I should say. Okay, MarO can't wait to get going. Go straight away. Okay, we have Thunderbird now. Is this the weird one with the... Oh no, it's not. Is it? Thunderbird... Oh no, it's not. Okay. Ready for the... possibly the final game?
Take this back.
Yeah. Alright. Gonna start our 10-second countdown. Any time now.
Alright, so before the game really picks up, the unique feature of Thunderbird is these mineral walls that are worth only 5, and one worker will harvest them clean in one trip to open up new paths. Concept brought back from Brood War.
And an interesting point are these parts over here that open up the pathways to attacking possibly the third of each enemy at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions, as well as the central mineral path that just makes it easier to get from one end of the map to the other end of the map. Alright, let's see. Okay, we are in our third match where we've got
GooSE in the top left and sitting on match point.
Yep, 2-0 against MarO, sitting on the bottom right in blue.
With a probe scurrying somewhere to the 12 o'clock position.
Oh, it looks like another proxy is going down. Let's see what happens. It looks like a, I don't know, if it's this early, yeah, it's definitely going to put down something. Ooh, what do you think is going to go down?
I'm open to anything, but he's building his gate at home, so maybe this guy's just going to sit here.
Wait for the cyber, then maybe a Stargate.
Yeah, very possible.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, like you said, he's got to pull something out, and that could be it. The position.
Hey, GooSE has his double gas set up before going for his second gate.
Alright. GooSE's probe is entering the base. I think we know what it wants to do. Oh, it's turning around and say, okay, I've had enough. I'm not going to try that. Okay, I'm just going right back. It's scouting around, moving to the...
And MarO's probe up there, 12
Oh!
o'clock, has set up a pylon.
Both of them have set up a pylon. One at the 12 o'clock and one at the 6 o'clock. I think, well...
Oh, now remember, in PvP, forget danger, you can't be safe anyway. Live and let die.
What's gonna happen here?
Oh, but MarO spots what GooSE is up to. He sees the pylon.
He sees the pylon. That's really bad news for GooSE, because basically it's just to put a pylon in the way that you can try to turn his probe around and put down what he meant to put down, but it'll be way too late. So he's got to abandon that plan. Whereas...
Well, a pylon is still a pylon, so... Could be something. Meanwhile, MarO has just put the gate up at his 12 o'clock position.
Well, that pylon won't be of any use until warp gate finishes, and even at that, it's going to be slow warp-ins.
I'm curious about one thing now. Is he going to harvest the rolls to open an attack path in and use this as a warp-in staging point?
Yes.
That'll be incredibly awesome.
He needs another probe to do it, though. He can't use one probe.
By the way, before this hits up, you Terran players out there, harvest these minerals, send your Hellions in third when you play here, okay?
Okay. Yeah. It's a good idea to do that, but like I said, he's got to move a second probe up to this northern position because when he harvests one, it's still another line of minerals they're blocking.
Or maybe he can not attack, he's got a tiny edge here. Picking off GooSE's pylon, however minute it might be, is something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something because his supply blocks him right now. Opening up a nasty supply block that he has to deal with. Okay, I don't quite understand the point of the shield battery over there, do you? In the northern position?
Indeed, I do. If he really wants to do it like this, he's got to harvest those minerals and...
Yes, but these 4 stalkers here, they're gonna cause some damage, I think, yeah.
Okay, well, he catches 2 naked adepts unattended out there. He's definitely gonna pick something off.
Yep. Causing GooSE to retreat into the main. Ooh, if he can. Ooh, that's a very good use.
If he could snipe that pylon that's powering both of GooSE's gateways, he could seesaw this game into his favor.
Yep. But the Immortal is almost done.
Well, he's got decent damage, and unsupported Immortal can still be picked off.
Yep. And unsupported Immortal it is, though it's doing a lot of work there, working down.
Right now MarO wants to make sure the Immortal hits the Adepts and not the Stalker, so that it doesn't get that supreme bonus damage against armor.
The Immortal does go down, but he's got 2 Stalkers left. Well, just 1 Stalker left, and the second Immortal starting. He hasn't got the next round of warp-ins. He could possibly clean this up, but not before suffering quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Adepts have free reign on the probes now, and they're gonna pick off the final Stalker, and it looks like MarO's next wave has arrived to reinforce in a rather timely fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, the probes are coming out to fight now, but I think MarO's definitely done crippling damage to GooSE.
He still has to do quite a bit of damage. Not enough quite as yet. But he's still gotta attack a bit more because he is still on 1 base. And right now it's 2 Nexuses against 1. GooSE can still hold this off. This is definitely not game ending yet. With that 1 Immortal done, MarO looks like MarO has to retreat, and looks like this attack might have failed.
It looks fine. Okay, he's pulling them back, and I guess he's gonna take more part the Nexus by sacking those 2 Adepts with a pool. Or he's gonna sit outside GooSE's natural. Yeah, he can.
We got more units coming in here, but this looks like a Hail Mary for MarO.
Okay, great idea, but not so ideal execution of it.
Yes. He almost did it. It looks like he's gonna shade in again, but
Alright, but he's gonna run out of time. GooSE is recovering from what was done to him slowly.
Yeah,
sure. Okay, he's got Zealots to try to harry the Immortal this time. That could be very helpful.
Okay, he's got his main army in there, and he can try to pick up the Immortal. But he's got to really macro this well.
Yeah, see, he's sticking the Zealots directly on the Immortal.
Yeah, that's great. Picking up the weaker Stalker, moving the Stalkers back. He's got to...
Oh, this is complicated to watch.
Now MarO is down on army itself. It really doesn't look good for him at all. I mean, he can pick off workers here
Yeah,
and there.
this isn't looking so good anymore.
No, this is not looking great at all.
I mean, he had opportunities there, but I guess they just didn't come to fruition.
No.
And with another Immortal out now, I'd say GooSE is pretty safe.
Yeah, once those shield replenishes on those weak stalkers.
No, you don't want to go up there. You don't want to go up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, you can, but don't go up there anymore. Just do something about that Nexus, and maybe you can get something out of this, MarO.
So now it's actually 25 workers to 20, even though he's already killed 14.
Well, MarO has gone all in, and for what it's worth, he's done a decent job.
Unfortunately. Now,
unfortunately, decent doesn't translate to
no, it
game
doesn't.
win.
No, it does not. I mean, he is working off. Well, he is basically foregating.
I mean, I can see lots of good ideas from MarO, but he just doesn't 100% it, like harvesting these minerals to shorten the attack path for his guys walking in there.
Yes, but actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, that too. But I think when he got onto the main base, he could have done a lot more. You know, especially when he targeted the
a couple of pylon snipes would have been crippling.
Yes, but ignoring the pylon.
Okay, he's trying to do the zealots on the immortal thing again, and it seems to be working somewhat, giving his stalkers room to move in.
Well, now they're all chasing the thing, and then the two stalkers there are just causing 3 damage.
Kind of makes sense. Okay, but as those gates finish, I guess this attack is pretty much held by GooSE.
Yeah. And that looks like it's 16 army to 4, 1 stalker left, 3 gate robo, 4 gate robo, my mistake. Against whatever left MarO. I think MarO knows that this game is done. And we might have
when behind Dark Shrine goes the Protoss Creed, so up goes the Twilight Council. Let's see if this continues on.
I don't think the game will last that long even.
Maybe so, but it's MarO's last hope. Remember, a cornered rat will bite even the cat.
What?
Okay, GooSE is producing a warp prism out of his robots right now. MarO, meanwhile, is tearing down the shield battery that completed his wall in for his base. He's got a lot of minerals actually. Maybe he can leverage that somehow.
Not sure how. I mean, he can keep warping in, and he probably needs to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, he's just dead in the water.
This is kind of a case like you don't get off the gas panel, you keep punching the other guy down, but you leave. But GooSE is kind of like a Protoss innovation for this tournament. You leave him alone to do what he wants. He gets to play the late game he wants. Well, you ask.
I've never seen any. Well, I've never seen any game in the tournament gone to the late game as of yet, and this definitely doesn't look like it's going to be one of those. The game.
Well, let's just go. Well, for a platinum level, getting to a mid game is something. I mean, usually in the lower leagues, things just end with a cannon rush or CC beans or level of facilities we haven't been greeted.
Oh, GooSE is. Both of these players are actually pretty strong low diamond at this point, I would say.
That is high praise indeed.
Yeah, I mean they're showing some really good macro and some really good defense, especially.
Or rather, it's like they've got the fundamentals of a different league at their base skill, but some other things are lacking, and that kind of holds them back. It applies to every player actually.
Yeah, it applies to the best of the best.
All right, so I guess GooSE is ready to kick the door down.
Yeah, and before that he's gonna eat up a whole bunch of ropes. Yeah, whatever semblance of hope that MarO had is now
gone. just like those predatory game companies hoping to profit off loot boxes, so go the chances of MarO winning the game.
This is what you need to be doing. You need to be sniping pylons, and that's exactly what GooSE is doing.
Yeah,
going after
the
the pylons.
methodicality and precision in GooSE's attack is so high.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like...
Is that observer here? Wait, he has no power gates. He can't get it. Can he get a Dark Templar to save his butt?
Yeah, he can. Because he has a... Yeah, he can. But he's not making... Oh, is that
I think he's got enough money for one Dark Templar. Oh, the Dark Templar...
Wait, is this a Dark... No, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not a Dark Templar. No.
Okay, so by applying Dark Templars to GooSE's base, he forces GooSE to back off him for now.
Oh, he has actually a Dark Templar killing. Oh my god, he's actually got a whole bunch of. Oh, but that's a probe, yeah. Oh, valiant attack. Valiant attack. Valiant try.
Well, he can still afford one more Dark Templar. If he could, he should churn it out now in his to help save his main. Yeah, he does it. And GooSE decides to bail for now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Not bad. He took a leaf out of GooSe's book in that attack and game fight. Oh, but MarO calls GG.
And with that, you have our first ever fresh blood tournament champion.
Very fresh blood being spilled in.
GooSE of the Protoss race. Congratulations, Mr. GooSE,